Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon. Oh boy, I'm super excited. 5 bands by sponsored by Gary. Thank you so much, Gary, for choosing these 5 bands. And yes, there's a couple of bands that I do know, and some of them I've never heard of. And I actually had to look up how to pronounce one band, the first one, so just to not mess up. Yeah, thank you so much. As you can see in the title, the bands, I will go through some stuff that Gary sent to me. I want to read it for you guys. But yeah, this is the, I guess, first official marathon with 5 songs, just the way it used to be back in the day. And let's see how it goes, man. I'm super excited because there's a lot of variety in the marathon. We got Chicago, the Grateful Dead, Muse, the Roches. So I had to look up if it was really the Roches or something else, but I was right in the end. And there's another band here that is not on Spotify, but I found it on YouTube, of course, and we're gonna listen to I think it's a solo artist, Kenny Rankin. So let's get to the email that Gary sent to me. Of course, first of all, we'll agree. Thank you so much. I usually don't read that kind of stuff because it's more personal, but here it says here, it says about here are some notes of 5 songs, each about 5 minutes in length, each packing so much into so little time. So the first one we're going to do is from the Roches, Losing True, from the album Keep On Doing. So I'm going to get into, once we listen to the songs, I'm going to talk about the years. It says, imagine a quirky 3-sister folk trio produced by Robert Fripp. Oh god. So I'm also reading this for the first time. And you have the first 2 Warner Brothers albums by the Roches, pronounced Roches. There you go. See, I had to look it up because it said Roches, but it's spelled Roches. So I was like, is that Roches or something, you know? But it's Roches. As much fun as Alexia had singing with her sisters at the wedding, check out that video. These 3 have a harmonic blend of ultra untrained voices to rival any other, including the Beach Boys. The contribution of Robert Fripp and Tony Levins plus Bill Bruford, oh my lord, almost imperceptibly delicate percussion and lyrics of just 88 words with a twist at the end you'll interpret differently with each listening, leaves you saying, what did I just hear, and wanting to hear it again as soon as possible. That's so funny because I'm wearing the shirt of Beats, which is Tony Levin. It's the music of Robert Fripp. Well, it's actually the 80s music, so it's not really Robert Fripp, but it's Tony Levin, and Bill Bruford was originally on this album, Beat. But you know, we saw Beat and all that stuff. So, second song is Questions 67 and 68 by Chicago, first album, Chicago Transit Authority, my favorite track from Chicago's first album, and that's saying a lot. One of the greatest openings of drums and horns and Terry Kath on fire. This was actually the group's first single, but it went way over the heads of the masses at the time. The ending definitely tips a hat to the Beatles, Day in the Life. Oh, I remember that. Da, da, dee, da, 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 dee. But the length of the piano chord fades. So that one here, let me see. Have we done this? Because I do remember doing some Transit. Authority, I don't think so. Let's see, show all. We've only done 18 reactions. That's crazy. No, we have not. So, perfect. Hey, great. Now, if we have, I will definitely not remember. That would have been like 3 years ago. But hey, if we did, then let us know. And that next one. So this is a band, Muse, that I'm familiar with, but not really, like, just because one of my good friends, he loves Muse. So he's like, obsessed with this band, so I know a little bit here and there. Butterflies and Hurricanes by Muse from the album Absolution. I've seen the cover. As you have noted before, you can blame groups for going commercial, but I hear the talent in this group, particularly multi-instrumentalist and vocalist Matthew Bellamy, and I believe they had the ability to produce a true prog masterpiece a la Yes or Rush if they weren't so intent on being accessible. So as much as I enjoy them, it always frustrates me. Here's one of their best power prog pieces with a Rachmaninoff flair that shows Bellamy's keyboard chops in addition to his power chord guitar. Well, very interesting. Can't wait for that. Let's see, what else? Estimated profit by the Grateful Dead. So I've done some Grateful Dead, I think 2 or 3 reactions, and I love their improvisation, their jazz in the music. Gotta love the time signature and Tom Scott's lyricon and sax work, proving there's no such thing as typical Grateful Dead songs. Listening to the vamp at the end, you might think it's the Dan, not the Dead. Oh, okay. At some point in the future, you should treat yourselves to any number of live versions, usually going into Eyes of the World, and you'll see one. How the studio version, so you see one, how the studio versions of the Dead songs were nothing like the live versions, and 2, why us Deadheads went to every show we could afford to get to. I was kind of like surprised that you didn't choose the live version, but hey, I'm totally down to listen to some studio version of the Dead, because I think I've only done Grateful Dead live, but I could be wrong. And this is the last one. Kenny Rankin, I'd never heard him before. In the Name of Love. This one's a lot shorter than 5 minutes, but it makes sure it all came in under 25 minutes. I appreciate that, of course. Besides, I've been wanting to introduce you and Alexia and the NicknLex community to this artist as one of your best Sunday morning playlist options. His voice is so sublime and soothing. Stan Getz said it's like a horn with a heartbeat. Wow, Stan Getz. If Stan Getz can say that, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. The entire album is a fine place to start. So it says, I hope none of these have been played before. I tried my best not to make sure they hadn't, but at the I'm ready with alternatives. I think I haven't heard any of these, and we haven't done like the Chicago Transit Authority full album, so I guess we're good. And it says thanks to you both as always for all you do. Yours in musical immersion. Would love, Gary. Thank you so much. That was so nice. And also spoiler free. You know, I just have an idea, but not too much. So it's a long intro, but hey, these are marathons. They're called marathons for a reason. There's a lot to talk about. After each song, I'm gonna break down what I think I like, and then you can agree or disagree, you know, all that good stuff. So let's get it started. Thank you again so much, Gary, for sponsoring this video, and thank you for the extra tip I did see on Buy Me a Coffee. You left me a little bit more. That really helps out, especially right now as I'm not getting the requests that I used to get in the past. And you know, it's a little bit yeah, you can definitely feel the difference between then and now. But it's also, I didn't do marathons for a couple of months, so I guess people are just not aware that I'm, you know, doing them again. So let's get it started with the Roches, Losing True from Keep On Doing 1982. Let's check him out, and I hope you enjoy. If you do, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy. Here we go. The Roches. Wow. That was amazing. I literally, like, just give me a second, okay? I have to send this to Alexia. Like, this is, oh my God. This was so good. Oh my God. Okay. She got it. I mean, what can I say? The bass, the guitars, the harmonies of the voices. That was insane. That was so beautiful. Like, I would just want to listen to it again, literally right now. And also the keys they're in. I mean, that is hard to do. And they were literally like, it reminded me of like some harmonies that I heard literally in like in a movie that is a kind of like a dystopian future, Ghost in a Shell. And at the beginning of the movie, there's some really amazing harmonies, but it's more like a soundtrack. It's more used as a score, and I got that feeling from that. That was just amazing. And I mean, Robert Fripp, say what you will, you know, it's kind of bizarre that he doesn't share that he won't share his music on you know, social media. I wish he would, because I would be all over that stuff, you know, like I would love to listen to more. But I just like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for him to kind of like, you know, because he does collaborate with reactors and stuff like that. So maybe one day he's like, hey, you know, just like listen to my stuff and enjoy it and buy more. You know, that was amazing. I mean, I love Tony Levin ever since I heard Liquid Tension and Blacklight Syndrome. And then Bill Bruford, of course. And I think the first time I heard Bruford was with Alan Holdsworth, and then of course I discovered that he was the drummer for Yes, and then all this solo stuff and King Crimson, and oh my lord, this was beautiful. This was amazing for just a radio song, you know. I mean, obviously this is way much more than that, but I guess people don't even realize what they're listening to. This is amazing. Great stuff. And also I just noticed, I think without even wanting to, all these songs are Warner Brothers, all of them. Let me see if the Kenny album, or if he also well, I guess we'll find out, but that's kind of cool too, because that's gonna be super easy to upload. And well, it doesn't matter. If it's not, it doesn't matter. This song was fantastic, beautiful. Can't wait to listen to it again, honestly, like literally. Yeah. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from the Roches to Chicago, but what a sound. So this is questions 67 and 68. And here we go. Here we go. Let's check it out. Chicago. I love this album. The first album ever by Chicago. Terry Kath is a genius. So let's see. Let's go. my god. So good. 1969. I can't believe it. Okay, I just was waiting for something. Ah, man. I mean, Chicago. What can you say about this band? Don't listen to the Christmas album because I was like, oh god, no. But that was also because of Christmas, and Alexa's like, let's listen to the, like, we were like setting up the tree and like, let's listen to Chicago Christmas. No. This is the real Chicago. Terry Kath, I mean, he was on a different level, this guy. In 1969, I think nobody was playing like this. Somebody's coming. Yeah, it's just wonderful. The bass, the drumming, the horn section is just, everything is ridiculous. It's just so good. This is a masterpiece album. And I think, what we heard was something 1 and 2 instead of question 67 and 68. Now, I don't know. We might have done the full album, but I don't remember. Like, I honestly don't remember. It's so long ago. And also, when we do a full album, we just listen to it like once, and then we keep going. And we haven't really had time to like sit down and re-listen to everything. We've kind of like stuck to the stuff that we like the most, and which is like Steely Dan, you know, and Genesis and Yes, but never really like a full album again. So I've actually no idea. But man, this was amazing. The singing, the harmony, the guitar, that solo at the beginning, it's like those runs. It's just like Chicago is just on a different level and always will be. I mean, their early stuff will always gonna pretty much outperform anybody else. I mean, at that time, I mean, even Led Zeppelin, I know they started kind of like 68, 69. We're not on that musical level, you know? I mean, and they were pretty amazing and new and stuff, but Chicago is just a different animal, you know? So let me just do a quick pause here. We're 25 minutes into the video, but I do have to do so. I want to check the door, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I already got word from Alexia. She loved the song. I just wanted to make it part of the marathon. She did listen to the Roches, and she was like, oh my god, it sounds like Yes. And I'm like, yeah, you know. I guess the harmony, you know, the girls harmonizing. It's like, you won't guess who's on the drums, guitar, and bass. And she's like, who? And then I told her, and she's like, oh, now. And okay, now I know why. It sounds like Yes. But yes. Okay. So this is from Absolution. This is Muse, Butterflies and Hurricanes from 2003. So yeah, Muse for me, there's been a lot of comparing with Radiohead. I love Radiohead. But I think Muse is a different concept, I think. And like you said, I think there are proggy, but they're also like, hey, we do want to be like, you know, these other bands like who make a ton of money, you know. And sometimes just by being, you know, too progressive, you get kind of like rejected or something. I don't know. The music business is wild and weird. Like, for example, I posted this song today that I reacted to with Alexia, Watchtower. And a lot of people were just like, well, it's not really like, there's no melody in this and there's no rhythm. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like literally, I guess it's overkill, you know? There's so much changes in that song that it's almost like too much for people, you know, that can happen. So Muse, Butterflies and Hurricanes, let's check it out.
Change everything you are,
Wow. 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 This band, everything about this, I love. It is obviously progressive rock and amazing. I mean, the guy's voice is so good, and there's a touch of like this, almost like this pain in his singing. I know it's deliberate. That's a style. It reminds me, of course, a little bit of um what's his name? I can't think of him right now. The guy from Radiohead, Tom York. Yes, it does, but I mean, it's then again, it's completely different. It's a little bit, similar, but hey, that piano part was amazing. I mean, imagine having chops like that and being in a rock band. It's like Jordan Rudess, classical trained pianist. Hey, I'm not really making any money with this piano stuff, and yeah, let's join a band. And then, and the last 25 years, I'm sure he has been making quite the money. And great, man. He's amazing, he deserves it. This band, I love the whole tapping of the bass or the guitar, the lick at the beginning, but I just love the whole. It's very dramatic. I love the sound of this band. Very, very cool. I'm definitely a fan. I could definitely get into this band like full throttle. And there's some footage while this is playing Butterflies and Hurricanes on Spotify, and you see this. They have like amazing stage like setups, so would be interesting to watch, to see them live. So yeah, my friend, he raves about them, and he's a drummer, but he's also into Dream Theater and Angra and all this stuff that I listen to. But there's this one band. He has like 3 posters in his house, and he's a huge fan of The Matrix, of Muse, and I don't know, the third poster I think is Zelda. So those are like 3 passions. And so Muse must be, he must be a bigger Muse fan than a Dream Theater fan. This was great, just great, beautiful. And I didn't know that they had such a huge following, 15 million monthly listeners. That's pretty intense. So if there's some Muse lovers out there, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy. And let's move on. So the Grateful Dead, that's another, like, even Gary said he's a Deadhead. I love the Grateful Dead. The little that I've heard, I love that they incorporate this kind of like jazz feel into their songs. There's a lot of improvisation, and I really, really dig it. So And you said that the vamp that they're doing at the end reminds you more of Steely Dan. Hey, that's always welcome in my book. So let's go here with Estimated Profit, The Grateful Dead. And this is from Terrapin Station, 1977. Let's go for it. This has been amazing. This marathon, I'm having such a good time. But it's also this music, you know. It's like one is better than the other, and they're all like equally amazing. So there's so much to talk about. I love that. So here we go. Some reggae vibes here.
My time coming any day. Don't worry about me, no. Been so long, I felt this way. I'm in no hurry, no. Rainbows end down that highway where ocean breezes blow. My time coming, voices say. They tell me where to go. Don't worry about me. Oh, no, no, don't worry about me, no. And I'm in no hurry. Oh, no, 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 I know where to go. California, reaching on the burning shore. California, I'll be knocking on the golden door. Like an standing in a shaft of light, rising up to paradise. I know I'm gonna shine. My time coming any day. Don't worry about me, no. It's gonna be just like they say, and voices tell me so. Seems so long I felt this way, and time sure passing slow. Still I know I'll lead the way. They tell me where I'll go. Don't worry about me. Oh, no, no, don't worry about me, no. And I'm in no hurry. Oh, no, 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 I know where to go.
I have to send this.
California, a prophet on the burning shore.
Unbelievable, honestly. That was, I mean, that's literally compared to like Steely Dan's Haitian Divorce. I don't know which I like more. I mean, I'm definitely a fan. I can't say I'm a deadhead because if everything, I know not everything's going to sound like this because this was obviously very reggae infused. The whole wah wah, the bass, the whole thing. I love the singing. It felt almost like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, this is an amazing album. There's only 6 songs on this, but I'm really curious to hear that medley, 16 minutes. What an opener. What an album opener. What a way to set an expectation. I can't wait to hear what's next on this album. And I would have never, if I would have heard this on the radio, I would have never guessed that's the Grateful Dead. I would have definitely looked, you know, how you can Google, you know, what is this, you know? I would have definitely, like, this sounded like, I don't know, the voice was just amazing. It sounded way, I mean, I don't even know what to say. This was amazing. I mean, of all the bands that I was going to do, I thought the Grateful Dead would be the least one to kind of like surprise me, but they literally, like, that's what I'm saying, you know, like everything has been amazing, but I was like, no, Chicago's going to blow my socks away. And then I know that Muse is good. But this was just like, holy moly. This is like the first time I listened to like Asia and stuff like that. I know Asia's a tad bit longer and has some like crazy parts that are very surprising, but this was just so good. I'm a huge fan of reggae music. My mom got me into Bob Marley. And not just the commercial stuff. No, really like the hardcore, just the deep stuff, you know, just the stuff that's not on Legend, you know, like just the deep cuts, and they're just so good. I mean, Bob Marley had some amazing musicians, you know, and was just like getting better and better. I mean, there has some good stuff. I mean, it's not just like that really cheap reggae. No. It's really like, that's first class, like jazz musicians, you know, in the house kind of reggae, you know. He had some really good arrangements and just like the choruses and everything. I mean, if you're a Bob Marley fan, you know what I'm talking about. That guy was on a different level musically. It was not just like that crap they play nowadays, you know. That's not even reggae. Yeah, so far I'm just blown away. So this is now the only artist that I'm going to pull from YouTube that is not on Spotify. It was on Spotify. The album is there, but it's grayed out. So I guess there's some copyrights things going on, but we're going to listen to Kenny Rankin and the album Silver Morning, which is a very like influential album. I've been reading as I'm like, you know, going through things and stuff. So let's give it up for him. And there's not going to be any interruptions because we finally have YouTube Premium. So yeah, enjoy Kenny Rankin, In the Name of Love. Let's load it up and enjoy. Oh my God.
What burns and glows without flame? What lives and grows without any rain? What brings a smile that only lasts a little while and makes me cry without shame? Oh, now how can you please me, torture and tease me, and do it in the name of love? But don't you twice. And you're warm like an oven, only when you want my loving, then you go from fire to ice. Well, now how can you please me, torture and tease me, and do it in the name of love? Am I coming? Am I going? I got no way of knowing your mind. You make me rise and you make me fall. You make me stumble, 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 stumble and crawl. Baby, get with it. Come on, admit it. And whisper to me if you don't really love me anymore. How can you please me, torture and tease me, and tell me that you do it to me in the name of love, do it in the name of love, do it in the name of love, do it in the name of love, do it. You make me rise, you make me fall, you make me stumble, 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 stumble and crawl. Baby, get with it. Come on, admit it, and whisper to me if you don't really love me anymore. How can you please me, torture and tease me, and tell me that you do it to me in the name of love, do it 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 in the name of love. Yeah.
Wow. So good. So... Oh, there's an airplane. I'm like, is there still something going? Wow. This was totally unexpected as well. I thought it was literally some air instrument at the beginning when he was doing his scat there. You know, beautiful way of like improvising. Obviously, this reminds me a little bit of what's his name? The guy who does like this amazing vocal version of Spain. Yesterday. Let me see. It's not. I mean, Chicoria, but with who? Al Jarreau. So Al Jarreau reminded me of Al Jarreau, but also like Michael Frank's, the softness in his voice, you know, just beautiful. And also that whoever played the trumpet, I tried to look for the album, but it's like not, maybe I'm just too stupidified right now with the music to find it, but wow. Kenneth Joseph Rankin, 1940, died in 2009. He was influenced by jazz, often sang notes which were high range to express emotion. Definitely from Manhattan, New York. What amazing artist. Just like this whole marathon has been just freaking amazing. Thank you so much, Gary, because we had the Roches, which are amazing. I'm literally going to listen to the whole marathon right now again while I edit this, and it's going to take about an hour, you know, to sync it all together. So I listened to Chicago again, Muse, The Grateful Dead, and this piece. This was just amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Let me know what you think. These are all top tier. So, but let's play a little game. What was your favorite song? Oh, but I'm sure this is gonna get a lot of comments, of course, and I hope we can get marathons like these together again. You know, marathons to just blow my socks away. Because I just think a lot of people ran out of ideas, which is normal. Especially like if I would have requested a marathon, I would have ran out of ideas so long ago because I just know a limited amount of music, and there's also only a limited amount that I like that I would request. You know, so I totally get it. But this is amazing. This was really, really cool because I love that you mixed it up with like 70s and 80s and stuff, you know, that, let's see. Yeah, so we got 80s, and then we got from the 60s, then we got from 2000s. So you kind of like mixed it up in a way that was really, really cool. So thank you again, Gary. Thank you so much. Can't wait to post this and to see the reaction, to see your reaction as well, because the comments are interesting for us, you know. When we post a song, we obviously love to get feedback that's positive, like, you know, like, oh man. And also if you want to thank Gary, I love when you guys do that and compliment each other on your tastes, you know. Again, thank you so much. I had a blast. Thank you, Gary. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna go back and listen to this music now. So again, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one.